Hey, strangers. Welcome back to the strange universe, where it's not about becoming something new, it's about remembering who you've always been. Today's message, it's for the feelers, the romantics, the beautiful poetic souls, the deep ones, the ones who've walked through earthquakes and tornadoes, who emerged from the cellar amidst the destruction all around and held the broken pieces of their hearts in their hands. And yet, somehow, they still found the strength to smile at the wind and to raise their arms to the rising sun. If that's you, I want you to stick with me, because what you're carrying inside, it's not worthless. It's a very, very precious gift. And every scar, it's just proof that you are here fully. But first, you know the deal. If you've been watching these videos, the world is a strange place. It keeps us sick, it keeps us busy, and it keeps us distracted. So right now, we're going to go ahead and do the cosmic reset. In a second, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take in a deep breath, and we're going to think about anything that's troubling us. It could be a bill, it could be a fight that we had, or maybe it's just a thought that we just can't stop replaying in our mind about any of those things. So I want you to go ahead and take in that breath and think of a thought that's weighing you down, a bill, a fight, that thing that's made you frown, and I want you to wrap it in that love, wrap it in that breath, and just release. Good. Perfect. All right. Now that you're present, today I want to talk about paradoxes. You know, as humans, we weren't meant to coast from cradle to the grave above life. You know, the real nitty gritty richness of life. We, I believe, were meant to dive into the chaos, into the joy, the pain, the ugliness, and the beauty. Because here's the strange truth I think no one tells you: to really live a full life, you have to be deeply hurt. To truly, unconditionally love fully, I think you have to be broken down in order for you to truly open up. It's the only way. To find peace, we have to sometimes walk through war. That's the magical contrasting dance of this strange universe. It's contrast, right? Night and day, winter and spring, grief and grace. But as humans, we oftentimes want healing to be clean, to be linear, to be painless, right? As if it could be, the words themselves could exist in sentences right next to each other. But that's not the way that life works. Life teaches us in long, drawn out chapters, and each one could be entirely on pain, entirely on love. You see, a life well lived doesn't come from avoiding pain. It comes from learning from it, from growing through it. And yes, it's hard. I know it's hard, I do. It's uncomfortable, to say the least, especially when people around us, all around us, our parents, our friends, they just keep telling us to move on when we're heartbroken, to be strong when something doesn't go our way, to don't cry when we were little kids. But you're not here to numb it all. You're here to feel it all, to be the bridge between the shadow and the light. You're not too sensitive. You're not weak for breaking down, for feeling deeply while others may just stare. No, you're quite the opposite, my beautiful friend. You are strong for facing yourself when it would be easier just to run away. And let's be honest, it's exhausting sometimes, right? To carry all that emotion, all those feelings, to walk rebellious in a world that tells you to hide your aches and your pains, to be able to stay open when it's easier to just shut it all down, to walk away from happiness and just say never again. But guess what? Your feelings, maybe even the ones you're feeling right now as you're watching this video, they are not your flaw. They're your strength. Your challenges, they're not your end. They're a beautiful beginning, because every crack, it's an opening, an opportunity in disguise. I've shared this before. It's a favorite quote of mine. Leonard Cohen, who's a Canadian poet and a singer, songwriter, he had a song, Anthem, and in it he said, there's a crack in everything, that's how the light gets in. And that quote, it helps me in dark times, in times when I'm doubting myself, when I don't trust my heart and what it's telling me. I know you've looked at your past and wondered, why did any of these things have to happen to me, right? Why did they have to go this way? Why happen at all? Me too. But here's the strange truth. Nothing in this universe is ever wasted. Not the chaos, it has a purpose. Not the confusion, it's meant to bring us back on course. Not even the tears at 3 a.m. Because somehow, for some reason, and we can't see it right now, but you needed to supply those tears. Every trial, it brings us here, closer to a rich, full life, closer to balance, to that place in between the dark and the light, between the wrong and the right. It brings us closer to peace, closer to ourselves. It's all really quite divine when you have enough distance to really see it. So if people don't understand your path, if they question why you keep going deeper, trying to find out more instead of just moving on, that's okay. It's not their path. They weren't meant to carry these burdens anyway. It would just break them. Listen, you're not here to fake being okay with the way that things are. You're here to transform and to alchemize through it, to take your pain and to turn it into a beautiful tapestry, because you are a masterpiece of art. You're not broken. You just needed to be broken open. So when it gets heavy, I challenge you, don't numb it. Feel it, because it will pass. And you, as long as you keep breathing, you will remain. Don't go back to pretending because people told you to. Don't regret the chaos that woke you up, because you, my friend, are becoming something precious if you just see past the pain of making the work of art that you are. The countless hours that artists have to go through, the practice, the sacrifice. But if you do, soon people will see that your story is about a light that went through the darkness, a soul that knows peace because it's gone through the storm. When you understand one simple truth, I think it all starts to make perfect sense. The paradox of a life well lived is this: that you had to break to become stronger. You had to become stronger to carry the load that is still ahead. You had to learn to fully live. So keep feeling, keep loving in the pain if you must, but just keep breathing. It will all make sense in the end. I promise you that. So please drop a comment below if this video resonated with you. And if you're ready to join this community, subscribe and stick with us, because you don't have to go through this sometimes painful, sometimes joyous journey alone. You are the light. You are stronger today because of the pain. And you, my friend, are loved. So go out there and shine. I love you.